Thank you very much for the opportunity, and thank you so much. We've all learned a lot. Thank you so much to our mommies. I would like to share something small, which is a bit, I would say, like a younger version of Mama Bessie's story. So it's like my life story, and it's like a testimony as well that I'm coming to share. Yeah. So, and just to encourage anybody who is here, no matter what you are going through, just don't give up on yourself, because you always have to remember that God has not given up on you. So far as God has not given up on you, even if everybody around gives up on you, you yourself, you have a responsibility not to give up on yourself. When we completed university on campus, and on campus I was doing, by the grace of God, we were doing some small things for God, going for evangelism, joining groups on campus and stuff. So after graduating, after my national service, and I got pregnant. And when I got pregnant, I wasn't married and I'm pregnant. So I was just thinking of, what is the society going to say? What are people around me going to say? And to make matters worse, to the one I was also pregnant with also denied, like he wasn't ready to take responsibilities, that he wasn't the one, and a whole lot. So there were times that I felt like, why don't you just end it all? Why don't you just take some medication or something and just commit suicide and end it all? But right now I look back and I thank God that I didn't end it all. And I also thank God for the people that God brought in my life, especially Mama Rose, who was always by my side, who was always encouraging me, even when people around were saying the other side. Rosemond always believed in me and was always encouraging and praying for me. So that kept me going. Yeah, so I went through that season, and God being good to me, to God's glory, I gave birth. And after giving birth I picked up. By the grace of God, I had to pick up. So I started working and going up and down. And I was there once, and my auntie just called me from the UK. And she said there is an opportunity, and she doesn't know if I'm interested in it. And I said, oh yes, I'm interested. And even not knowing, my auntie had already consulted some cousins of mine already. So they were the first on the list. But I don't know how things turned. But I've realized that if the time is right, then all things will work together for you without even putting in much effort. So my auntie called. I said, oh yes, I'm interested. And my auntie fought everything regarding my sponsorship, all the money involved, my plane tickets and everything. So fast forward, I had to move to the UK, and people travel to other country. There are times your relative will assure you, oh, when you come, but to the glory of God, when I came, my auntie was there for me. I was able to stay with my auntie for more than a year. And when I came, she gave me a car that I was driving. So I will say that when the time is right, God does all things. It ends beautifully. All things just work together for our own good. And my auntie was telling me, when I came here, my auntie was telling me that she doesn't really know why she brought me. But the main reason she brought me was because I gave birth and I was really sad and all those things. That's why she brought me. So I just realized that even though what happened, I felt like it was a mistake, but God, even in my mistake, God still raised me up from my low moments, and God honored himself through it. So even though I felt like, oh, everything was over, the world was over, things have ended, but still God was just working out something for me that I didn't know. But because I kept trusting in God and I kept moving on and I didn't give up, I ended up here. And when I got my visa and I was about to come, I felt like, since I'm coming to the UK, I'm traveling abroad, then it means that all my problems are over. Like, I don't know if it's common to many of us who have traveled abroad. I thought like, everything is over. There are greater things and things are going to and everything. Yeah, but I got here and I started working. Fortunately for me, when I got here, just a day after I got here, I started working with a company that brought me and stuff. But it got to a point that the work wasn't that coming as it was supposed to come. And I remember too, when I got here, I think in my first 4 months, I was driving. So mostly when we come to a country, or normally when you want to start something new, it's advisable that we get more information about what we want to do. Or when you get to a country, it's advisable that you read more about their laws and their regulations. So when I came here, I was driving and I didn't know you have to get an insurance in your own name. So I was thinking, since the car was insured, no problem. So I was driving and I stopped where I wasn't supposed to stop, and I was being followed by a police. And that's at the moment, it was so difficult. I felt like, what's happening? I just came to this country. Less than 4 months, I've been stopped by police. I had to go to the police station, and it was a whole lot. But to the glory of to the glory of God, that phase of life also went by. And later too, I had to also work on my driver's license to be able to drive in the UK. And that wasn't also easy at all. Most of us who have the UK license, you can testify to that. When you get it, it's like you've won something so great, because you do, and sometimes you fail, but you don't have to give up. There are people who do once and maybe they give up, but we kept moving on. And to the glory of God, it got to a time that I lost a job and my COS was also about expiring, and I was so worried. But I didn't know that whilst I was even worried, God had a greater plans for me. And fortunately, I was able to secure another job. When I went to that job, I went in as a carer. I was promoted to a senior carer, and within some few months, I was promoted to care coordinator, which is all by the doing of the Lord. And if I can take you back, I said after university, I got pregnant, and the person who got me pregnant denied me, and he made mention that I'm with him just because of his money. That's why that's why I've given birth for him, because of his money and everything. But I always say that when life knocks you down, you don't have to stay down, but you have to gather courage and strength and rise up again. And the best revenge in this world is to be successful. So when you become successful, that is when all those that look down upon you, they will now come back to you. So to the glory of the Lord, I don't know if I should say that or not, but this same person who said I got pregnant for him just because of his money, now he came back and he was begging that, we should get married, we should do this. But by the grace of God and some advice from some friends and some things that God has been showing to us, we realize that no, it's still not the best decision that we have to take. And we are still moving on. And God has been doing a lot. Day in and day out, I see that God has been doing like more and more and more. So even though it's the season that God made for me, or even it's the doing of the Lord, but there are times that there are still some downs and there are ups, and there are downs and there are ups. But in all, God has been with me, and in all, we've been holding on to God. So I'm just encouraging each and every one here. I don't know the season you are in now, or I don't know what you have been going through, but there is light at the tunnel. So if only you don't give up on yourself and you still keep on holding on and moving on, you're surely going to get to where God has promised to take you. Amen. So please, that is my little and add to it.
The story. As for me, I know most of them, so but I'm really touched that today Becky has the boldness to share her story. She's one of the friends that I'm very close to. I think she and Francisca. So I would say she has really gone through a lot. We really thank God that now she has the boldness to share her story without any fear, without any shame, without any intimidation. She has really gone through a lot. She has really gone through a lot. And I think today people will be surprised that you have a child because no one knows about it. And the only sin is the sex that has been done. In the sense, the sex, God forgives. A child is not a sin. The baby is not a sin, because the Bible says that children are gifts from God. So since you have already prayed to God that, God, I made this mistake, forgive me. God has already forgiven. The child that God has given to you is not a sin. That you allow community or society to judge you, to throw away. No, I don't encourage that. So I really thank God she listened to me, and then she kept on. A lot of things she has been through, but I thank God for her life. She's doing so well, I would say. If I think the coordinator, people will not understand now. She's a manager at West. To be in UK and to be a manager is a lot of achievement. So she's a manager at where she's currently working, has bought her own car, and it's a blessing. And I really thank God for her life. And never give up. Never give up. Don't allow your mistakes to also keep you down. And always trust God. Becky is somebody that, another thing that she did share, one of the things that I can say about Becky is that she's a giver. And she's somebody that, especially when she see that on campus like this, she didn't have much, but she will use the little money she has to cook for men of God. She's always supporting the things of God. If it's about God, Becky is in. And all those things, I believe God always uses the little things that we do to protect us. And people also saw her vulnerability and decided to take advantage of it. So I also encourage us that as we are going through or navigating through the journey of life, let's get good people around us. Because some also, when they see that you have a good heart, they take advantage of you. The truth is that she has a good heart. She's vulnerable because she has a good heart. And in this world that we are living in, it's full of wicked people. So when they see that you have a good heart, they take advantage of you in every area. So you need people who are a little bit strong to always protect you. So if you know you are vulnerable, get people around you that guide you, lead you in so many areas of your life. Otherwise, this world is not a good place to be. And I thank God that now she has the boldness, and I know God is going to grant you a very glorious and beautiful marriage. I'm telling you, you are going to have a very wonderful marriage, and don't allow anybody to tell you otherwise. Okay, so Mama Bessie was about to say something.
Okay. Thank you, Yaba. So I'm saying that it's been like climbing the hill with all the submissions, the messages, and it's really a blessing. Thank you very much for giving us this platform and everything. Yes, I've learned a whole lot from all our life experiences.